you know, I think these are the newest toys. Do you get any say in the toys? Because they kind of... This looks more like the comic book Wolverine than the film Wolverine, I think, there, his face.
Yeah, that's more
There
the
was
comic
some that...
one.
I've got one of you which really looks like you.
Really?
And we've got a Storm one here, and once again, this is more like the comic book Storm than you here.
See, that's what my boy likes.
Yeah, look at that. Would you care to play with yourselves?
Play with
I want to play with this one.
I don't blame you. Do you get any say over that kind of thing, the merchandising? Do they consult you guys?
I don't really... I don't want it to look too like me. It's kind of a little freaky. Well, you know, people put in the freezer, stick pins in it, all that kind of stuff, you know. But the best bit of merchandise was on the first one they did a blow-up punching bag, you know, those old things are down, put a bit of water, and they did it of Wolverine. So of course I gave it to my son. I thought, this is like going to save me thousands of pounds in therapy right here, you know.
Take it out on Dad.
Absolutely. I wish I had one of my own, but anyway, that was good.
It's great. I hope they make some more. I don't know if they've got a fourth one planned. They're calling this The Last Stand, so maybe not.
You know. Well, I think the fans will dictate. You know, Hugh and I disagree on this.
Yeah.
He thinks this is it. I think if the fans go out and really support this movie and say that they love it and they tell a friend to go see it and the box office reflects that they love it, I'm sure Fox would be happy to make another one.
If a movie's making money, they normally go back and make another one.
Yeah.
OK, let's talk about some other movies you've made separately. I'll start with you, Halle, if I may. But please, don't wander off in a huff, Hugh. OK. I've seen you in any number of fine films. Monsters Ball, of course, was just an incredible film. And what a remarkable performance. I mean, genuinely. And for me at least, I don't know about other people, but it kind of came out of left field because I didn't expect anything, I didn't know much about it. And then suddenly this film came in, it was so sort of like powerful and moving and unforgettable. What an achievement.
Thank you.
You must have known when you were making it this was something special. You must have felt...
No, you want to know the truth? I thought this was a movie that could very well end my career. It was a low budget movie. I got nothing to do it, and I had this love scene with all this nudity, and I really thought, oh my God, if...
It's a very passionate but very kind of explicit
Very explicit, and I thought if people don't get it, you know, this will be bad.
Yeah, brave of you, and it paid off, of course, because that's the film you got the Oscar for.
Yeah.
The winning the Oscar must have been, I would have thought, unexpected in that no one expects to win something when they turn up.
Especially me.
Yeah, well, did you really think so?
Oh yeah, I thought I was the underdog. I thought for sure, you know. I never expected that. I actually thought Sissy Spacek was going to win. And I had prepared for that, and I was happy that I was even there and I'd come that far. So I was in utter... All I remember was Russell Crowe. I don't remember going up there. I don't remember my speech. I remember Russell Crowe looking at me saying, "Just breathe, mate. Just breathe, mate." That's all I remember, is his face. Nothing else about the whole...
What a terrifying memory to have of the event. I would have thought, if you want to take something away, not that, but you can't choose. Of course, you haven't won any big awards, Hugh, so...
Yeah!
I'd like to bring you in here, but really it would seem unkind.
Hey, I got one of these.
I'm joking, but after the event, do you find that suddenly you get all sorts of a different calibre of offer coming your way, or does it not really immediately have an impact on your career?
You know, it does and it doesn't. I made a very clear decision right after that. You know what? It's a wonder that I have this, and I'm not going to change the way I've done my career. So, you know, I've gotten better offers, but I still have wanted to do fun things. You know, I did a little movie called Catwoman.
Now, Catwoman...
That you all panned in this country, thank you very much, but anyway, I'm over it.
No, but you know what?
But I loved making that movie.
Okay.
I really loved it.
It wasn't the best comic book film. But it wasn't the worst by far.
It wasn't the worst.
No, and my daughter loves it, and I think she likes seeing you
Women
as a strong character, and it's a fun...
Women love that, which is why I did it. You know, you have to take risks, and so after an Oscar, I never want to stop taking risks and chances like that. I still want to have fun.
You know what shows you in a tremendously good light, I think, is that obviously you turned up for your Oscar, but you also turned up, you were awarded for your role in Catwoman a Razzie, which is the award for the single worst performance on screen that year. Now, I think it's unfair they gave it to you that, because it really wasn't the worst performance, but the fact that you turned up to accept it really shows you in a good light. Let's have a look at a clip.
Worst actress, Halle Berry for Catwoman.
Thought I would be up here. And, no, I don't have to give this back. It's got my name on it! But, wow, you know, I've got so many people to thank because You don't win a Razzie without a lot of help from a lot of people.
Why did you do that? Because obviously that's something which most people, especially in your line of work, would not acknowledge.
Well, I just wanted to take the piss out on them because they were taking it out on me. And I'm able to laugh at myself, you know? And it was probably the best thing I could have done because honestly, I had a real moment. As wonderful as it was to be at the Oscars, when I walked out, nobody thought I would show up. So when I showed up, the applause I got and the appreciation for being there was so tremendous that in that moment I thought, this was a wonderful thing.
It's probably kind of meant in an endearing way as well. It's not an out-and-out mean thing. I mean, it's kind of like, you know, it's a fun thing. So I guess it wasn't meant that way.
It was good.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk to you in a minute about some of the
still,
other
they're
movies.
all I mean...
Yeah, come on! That's a fun.
I feel so good being able to say that word. Because we can't say that at home, but I can say... I love it! I love it!
We'll do an edit there, probably. Yes, I too have read Nietzsche. Hugh, but congratulations again. I think it really, I mean, I always liked you on screen, but it really made me feel like, as a person, not that I know you, but I thought there's someone who I'm sure I would like, and I think most people felt that way.
Thank you.
It was a great thing to do. Congratulations. It was, you know, nice. Hugh, you know, we were talking about Halle's career and the way she makes choices. What I admire about you, and it's quite interesting, is that obviously you have a movie career going great guns, but you obviously love doing stage work, and you seem to love musicals. I know you've just done one in New York a little while back, and that was a pretty big hit for you as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it went well. I don't plan things that much, but when I studied in theatre, and to be honest, musicals was the last thing I thought I'd do. I studied sort of like straight theatre, and then there was musical theatre down the road, and so I did the straight theatre course, but I love musicals, and I've had a great opportunity. I've worked here in London.
And you've got a great singing voice, haven't you?
I do all right, you know. I don't think it's great, but I do okay.
Halle, can you sing? Have you ever done a musical?
Oh, God, no.
She can sing.
Want me to clear out this auditorium?
Ideally, then we can really get amongst it. Just the three of us. Come on, Halle, give us a burst. Give us a burst.
No, I'm stuck. I cannot sing. You're naughty!
We're trying not to be. Now, Hugh, your next movie is going to be, and this is exciting news, not just that you're in another film, of course, but wow, I can't believe who you're starring with in this, or who's one of the characters in it. You're working with David Bowie.
David Bowie, yeah.
In a movie called Prestige?
The Prestige, which is directed by Chris Nolan, who did Memento and Batman.
Great director.
Christian Bale and Michael Caine, Scarlett Johansson and Bowie. Wow. So,
well, now that is a tremendous cast, isn't it?
Wow.
I was very lucky. I love the film, and you know, the thing is, he's unbelievably nice, like disarmingly nice. And so I got to know him pretty well, and after a few days I told him a story, which is true, that when I was 13, it was 1981, he toured to Australia, and I saved up all my money to go to his concert. I remember it was $20, which for me was a lot of money. That was probably like 6 months of saving.
Wow.
And the morning, I was so excited. I go to school on a recess, couldn't get a ticket for Bowie in 1981. This kid goes, "You got a ticket for Bowie?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "I'll give you $50. And I said, "Great." So I took and I stupidly told him. And I thought, you know, I was 13, and he kind of looked at me like, "So you're in this for the money then, are you, mate?"
Thank you so much for coming. Good luck with the X-Men movie. I'm sure with it. And good luck in both your careers. You're both tremendous actors, and I thank you so much for being here this evening.
Good to see you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hugh Jackman and Halle Berry. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Halle, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great to see you. Thank you.
Can I keep this?
You have it. I'll send you some over. Fabulous girls.